Hi Adrian, it's the GAA Congress this week. There's talk of black cards and the new rules. What are your thoughts?
I think there's a wee bit of hysteria running about the place. You get headlines that people who are against the new rules, I think I read in the Irish News, Paddy Heaney, some counties need to catch themselves on. Joe Brolly came out with a headline in the Daily Mail to say, if you're against the black card, you're against football. I don't think I've ever heard as much rubbish written about something in my life. They're now talking about trying to bring in these new rules about the mark being facilitated, that's going to improve the game. Why that's the case, I don't know. I can't see it. Because the question I would have to ask is, why are the GAA highlighting one specific issue of skill within the game of the high catch? You know, could you not turn around and say, well, if you score a point from play outside the 45-metre line, it's worth 3 points like basketball? You know, like if you start going through that, you know, why is the midfielder now suddenly being put out and held up as being the paragon of virtue with regard to the sport? Defending's not being highlighted, neither is forward play. I just don't see it. Now, I think the rule about moving the ball back 30 yards if you don't do, which it ties in with the mark, well, we'll take a look at it and see. The black card, people talk about tactical fouling. There was a big thing there about Tyrone last week about Tyrone tactical fouling in the last 10 minutes against Dublin when 4 players were given yellow cards. Yes, there were. But there was no talk from the Dublin journals about Sean Kavanagh brought down by 3 Dublin players in the first half when he was 30 yards out. Was that tactical fouling or just fouling? I have no idea. And then they talk about black cards, about players who are going to be sent off, and I just don't know. I think it could lead to mayhem. Now, having said that, if Congress decide to do it, so be it. I'll still go to the games and I will still abide by the rules and I'll watch it. But I think there's a bit of hysteria coming out to turn around and say that you're a bit of a dinosaur if you go against these rules or these proposed changes by the new GAA president. I think that's completely wrong. I think that people have to have an opinion about what they think. Look, we'll let us see how it develops. It's interesting that some people make a big issue about the fact that Tyrone particularly are against these rules, but you have that in the fact Antrim are against them, Fermanagh are against them, and also the great Silky Skills, one of the greatest teams of all time, Down are against them. So you have to ask yourself the question, why? I also want to take issue to with Jason Sherlock, who was in the Irish Star this week, talked about how Tyrone didn't get the due respect from other counties because of their negative tactics, you know what I mean? I think, Gerson, to be fair to you, it's only because of the fact that Dublin used to beat you too often. That's what's wrong with you. It's called jealousy, kid. Forget about it. I remember listening in the 95 All-Ireland final whenever 2 Tyrone defenders were pulled back by their shorts when you went through to get a slippy goal to win the All-Ireland. So let's talk sense, you know what I mean? And you talk about tactical fouling as well too. What about the Dublin men that did it? Every county does it. What I'm saying to you is that I think people get excited and get hysterical about various things like that, and they think that these new rules are the panacea for all that's good about Gaelic football. I remain to be convinced. If it does work, I'll applaud it. But don't ask me to just jump in and go, oh, it has to be there for the good of the game. I don't know if it is or not.